If you're a man over 60 and you're waking up 2, maybe 3 times a night to pee, your prostate may be trying to tell you something. Frequent urination, weak stream, poor sleep. You don't have to accept it as just aging. I'm Dr. Nash. I've been helping men take back control of their prostate health for over 30 years, and I'll tell you right now, most of the time it starts with your morning. See, what you eat for breakfast could be making your symptoms worse, or it could be your first line of defense. Today, I'll show you one specific nut that can help naturally shrink your prostate, reduce nighttime bathroom trips, and boost your energy and sleep, all without medication. And stick around. At the end of this video, I'll share a surprising tea recipe that many of my patients swear by. Let's get started.
Let me ask you something personal, but important. Have you been waking up more often at night to use the bathroom? Maybe you're noticing a weaker stream or even feeling like your bladder isn't quite empty. If you're over 60, you're not alone. These are classic signs of an enlarged prostate, what we call benign prostatic hyperplasia or BPH. But don't let that name fool you. Even though it's benign, the symptoms can slowly chip away at your energy, your confidence, and even your sleep. So why does this happen? It turns out the prostate naturally grows as we age. But there's a catch. Much of this growth is fueled by a hormone called DHT, dihydrotestosterone. It's a more potent version of testosterone, and while it plays a role in development earlier in life, after 60, it can become a real problem. Bullet points. DHT is a major trigger for prostate growth. Excess DHT causes inflammation in the prostate. Inflammation leads to frequent urination, poor sleep, low energy. Blocking DHT naturally is safer than synthetic medication. When your prostate becomes inflamed, it presses on the urethra, the tube that carries urine. This makes it harder to urinate, especially at night. And that disrupted sleep? Over time, it leads to fatigue, memory issues, and even a drop in testosterone levels. Now here's the good news. Nature gives us a few tools to help. Certain foods can help block DHT, naturally. According to the Cleveland Clinic, foods rich in zinc, lycopene, and plant sterols may reduce the body's conversion of testosterone into DHT. Think pumpkin seeds, Brazil nuts, flax seeds, tomatoes, green tea, and even avocados. These foods don't just help the prostate, they support your hormone balance, energy levels, and libido. But here's a mistake I see too often. Men assume these problems are just aging, so they ignore them. Or worse, they jump to medications without trying to support their body naturally first. That's like patching a leak without turning off the water. Simple tip. Start your day with a handful of pumpkin seeds or a green smoothie with tomato and spinach. It's an easy, natural step that helps lower DHT and support your prostate health, so you can sleep better, feel stronger, and keep living with vitality.
Let me ask you something simple. What did you have for breakfast this morning? Because for most men over 60, breakfast is either rushed, skipped, or filled with sugar and processed carbs. But here's the thing. If you're not getting enough zinc first thing in the morning, you may be starving your prostate of one of the most critical minerals it needs to stay healthy. You see, the prostate gland actually stores more zinc than any other soft tissue in the male body. That's not a coincidence. According to the Cleveland Clinic, zinc is essential for reducing prostate inflammation, supporting testosterone production, and boosting your immune system, all things that tend to decline as we get older. But here's the problem. Zinc deficiency is surprisingly common in older men. As we age, our ability to absorb zinc from food decreases. Add to that a poor diet, medications that block absorption, and low stomach acid, and it's no wonder fatigue, low libido, brain fog, and frequent urination start creeping in. Most men don't realize that their breakfast may be hurting their prostate more than helping it.
That bowl of cereal? Low in zinc. That toast and jam? Practically zero. Coffee alone? Forget it. Instead, here's what I recommend you add to your morning routine. Pumpkin seeds, also called pepitas. Just a small handful packs about 2 to 3 milligrams of zinc, and it's easy to sprinkle over oatmeal or mix into yogurt. Eggs, one of nature's most complete foods, and the yolk contains small but bioavailable amounts of zinc. Greek yogurt with chia seeds. You get protein, probiotics, and a zinc boost all in one go. Bullet points. Zinc reduces prostate inflammation, supports testosterone production, strengthens immune response. Best food source? Pumpkin seeds, also called pepitas. Don't fall into the trap of thinking zinc is only important when you're sick. For men our age, it's a daily necessity, especially for your energy, mood, memory, and that quiet confidence that comes from feeling like yourself again. So tomorrow morning, make your breakfast count. Your prostate will thank you.
Let me ask you something I hear almost every day from men in their 60s and 70s. Doc, why am I waking up 3 to 4 times a night just to go to the bathroom? Or worse, why do I feel like I have to go, but then barely anything comes out? If that sounds familiar, I want to introduce you to something that's probably sitting in your pantry right now, but you're overlooking it. Pumpkin seeds. Yep, those tiny little green gems. Known for centuries in traditional medicine across Eastern Europe and Asia, they're now getting real attention in modern men's health. What makes pumpkin seeds special? Pumpkin seeds are packed with zinc, which supports testosterone production and prostate tissue health. Magnesium, essential for muscle relaxation, including your bladder. Phytosterols, natural compounds that may help shrink an enlarged prostate. Healthy fats, which support hormone balance. A study published in the Journal of Medicinal Food found that pumpkin seed oil significantly reduced symptoms of benign prostatic hyperplasia. That's the medical term for a swollen prostate in older men. Why this matters? When your prostate grows larger, it puts pressure on your urethra and bladder. That's what causes weak urine stream, interrupted sleep, constant urges that go nowhere. Left unchecked, this doesn't just wear on your body, it wears on your spirit. Chronic sleep loss and hormonal imbalance can affect your energy, mood, and even memory. Common mistakes I see. Too many men grab the roasted, salted pumpkin seeds. While tasty, those are often stripped of nutrients and loaded with sodium. What you want are raw, unsalted pumpkin seeds, sometimes labeled as pepitas. My at-home tip: aim for 1 to 2 tablespoons a day, sprinkling them over your oatmeal or yogurt, mixing into a morning smoothie, or adding to whole grain toast with almond butter. It's a small daily step, but for many of my patients, it's made a big difference in how often they're getting up at night and how energized they feel in the morning. Let's not underestimate the power of something natural, simple, and proven.
Let me ask you something I hear all the time in my clinic. Doc, is there anything I can add to my meals that actually helps my prostate and doesn't taste like cardboard? You're not alone if you've been searching for a small, practical step toward better health. And the answer, surprisingly, is yes. Let's talk about flax seeds. So why flax seeds? Flax seeds are tiny, but don't let their size fool you. These little powerhouses are loaded with omega-3 fatty acids, which help reduce inflammation, a major contributor to prostate enlargement, lignans, plant compounds that may block excess DHT, that's the hormone linked to prostate growth and hair loss, and soluble fiber, which promotes better digestion and helps relieve pressure around the pelvic floor. According to the Cleveland Clinic, flax seeds have been shown to support cardiovascular health, reduce cholesterol, and yes, help maintain a healthy prostate. There's even research out of Duke University suggesting flax seeds can slow the growth of prostate cells in men with early-stage prostate issues. What happens if you ignore it? If you're over 60 and dealing with frequent nighttime urination, sluggish digestion, and that vague sense of fatigue you just can't shake, your body might be sending signals. Unchecked inflammation and hormonal imbalance can drain your energy, affect your memory, and even impact your confidence in the bedroom. This isn't just about your prostate, it's about your quality of life. Common mistakes I see. Most men make two mistakes with flax seeds. They eat them whole, but your body can't break down the shell. They take a spoonful once, then forget about them for months. To get the real benefits, you've got to make it a habit and grind them before eating. Easy tip to start today. Start with 1 tablespoon of ground flaxseed daily. You can mix it into oatmeal, smoothies, even your morning coffee. The flavor is mild, and the benefits stack up over time. Quick check-in here. Are you finding this helpful so far? If you've ever struggled with nighttime urination or low energy, you're not alone. Go ahead and tap that like button if you want more natural health tips, and don't forget to stick around because the next segment may surprise you.
Let me ask you something I hear all the time. Doc, I wake up tired. I'm doing everything right, or so I think. What can I eat in the morning that actually supports my prostate and energy? That's a great question, because breakfast, especially after 60, isn't just about fueling your day. It's your first shot at protecting your body where it matters most. And for men, that often means focusing on the prostate. Why seeds matter for your prostate? Let's zero in on anti-inflammatory seeds. Tiny but mighty. I'm talking primarily about pumpkin seeds and flax seeds. These aren't just Trinity superfoods. Pumpkin seeds are rich in zinc, which the prostate needs in high concentration to function properly. Flax seeds, meanwhile, are packed with lignans and omega-3s, both known for reducing inflammation, which plays a central role in prostate enlargement and even cancer risk. According to the Cleveland Clinic, chronic low-grade inflammation has been linked to both BPH, benign prostatic hyperplasia, and prostate cancer development. That means your breakfast can either fight that inflammation or quietly feed it. The energy connection. What happens if you skip this kind of anti-inflammatory support? You may feel that creeping fatigue, memory lapses, a slower response during workouts, or even when you're trying to be intimate. Inflammation doesn't just affect one organ, it slows your entire system. What most men get wrong. Many men still start their day with a big plate of bacon or sugary granola bars. Both spike inflammation and lead to crashes in energy and testosterone. That's a poor trade-off for flavor. My go-to morning combo: 1 to 2 tablespoons of pumpkin seeds and flax seeds, half a cup of rolled oats for slow-burning energy, half a cup of berries, blueberries or raspberries are great antioxidants, 1 spoon of plain Greek yogurt for protein and gut health. Top it off with a warm mug of turmeric or ginger tea, far better than hitting the coffee pot first thing. Simple tip: grind your flax seeds fresh. Your body absorbs them better that way, and your prostate will thank you.
Let me ask you something I hear almost every day in my office. Doc, I try to eat healthy in the morning. Whole grain cereal, a little soy milk, sometimes a granola bar. But I still feel sluggish, and my bathroom habits are all over the place. Am I doing something wrong? Here's the truth. Many so-called healthy breakfasts actually work against your prostate. And worse, they quietly sabotage your energy, testosterone, and even mental clarity. What you eat in the morning sets the hormonal tone for your day. The prostate is a small gland, but it's extremely sensitive to inflammation and hormonal imbalance. And believe it or not, the wrong breakfast can fuel both. Let me break this down simply. When you eat processed breakfast foods, like boxed cereals, granola bars, soy milk, or even certain breakfast smoothies, your body gets hit with
refined sugars that spike insulin, processed seed oils that cause inflammation, and estrogen-mimicking compounds like phytoestrogens in soy. This combination is a recipe for disaster for older men. A 2020 study from Harvard Health found that diets high in added sugar and low in healthy fats were associated with an increased risk of enlarged prostate symptoms, BPH. Mistakes I see all the time. Boxed cereals loaded with hidden sugar, even ones labeled heart healthy, can contain 10 to 15 grams of sugar per serving. That's enough to spike insulin and throw off your testosterone response all morning. Soy milk instead of real protein. For some men, soy compounds may mimic estrogen in your body, which isn't ideal when you're already trying to support your testosterone and prostate health. Skipping breakfast altogether. This leads to blood sugar crashes later in the day, which strain adrenal function and worsen hormone regulation. A simple fix. Start your morning with a prostate-friendly breakfast. Scrambled eggs with pasture-raised eggs and a handful of pumpkin seeds. Half an avocado for healthy fats. Green tea instead of coffee every few days to reduce inflammation. It doesn't have to be complicated, but it does have to be intentional. Start small. Shift just one thing tomorrow morning. Your prostate and your energy levels will thank you.
Just 1 tablespoon of pumpkin seeds and ground flax seeds a day added to your oats, your yogurt, or a morning smoothie may seem like a small step, but over time, that small habit can support your prostate, help you sleep through the night, and renew your energy from the inside out. It's not a miracle. It's just natural, nutritional science done consistently. You may not notice the difference overnight, but stick with it, and you just might wake up one morning realizing you're sleeping better, visiting the bathroom less, and feeling like yourself again. Because real change doesn't come from doing something once. It comes from doing the right thing day after day. If you found this helpful, make sure to subscribe. Every week, I share science-backed tips to help men over 60 feel stronger, sleep better, and take back control of their health naturally.